racing games are an absolute staple of any console you can think of, so Atari's ill-fated underdog, the Jaguar, even with its small library, did have a couple of tire-burning titles, 6 to be exact, and then the Jaguar CD got 1. Well, that's what Wikipedia says anyway, and I've already spent far too long researching this video to double check. It's better to spend time researching the important things rather than things like how many racing games did this console have. Ah! Will you stop doing that, you desks? Alright, I did check because I was scared of Marty comments, and yeah, there's 7 altogether. Club Drive was one of the first racing games out for the Jaguar, coming out alongside Checkered Flag at the end of 1994. Now, releasing 2 racing games at once might seem a bit of an odd move, but to be fair, Checkered Flag and Club Drive are very different. If you want a too long didn't read for this video, Club Drive is not a good addition to what is already an overall pretty weak game library for the Atari Jaguar. I have been dissing the Atari Jaguar quite a lot recently. I hope people aren't too upset. What does my comments section look like? Oh. Alright, I'm set up to play some high-octane racing on a Jag. Let's dance. Ooh, title screen. Nice. Oh boy, we're in for a treat. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? It looks like an origami car. Club Drive is a bit of a limited game, in a way that most racing games aren't. One of the limiting factors is that it barely works, but we'll get onto that. It's 1 player or 2 player with 4 different areas to play in, and there's 3 different game modes altogether. Wow, that music is, don't quite know how to describe it. It's a mix between elevator music and Leisure Suit Larry. Not catchy enough to stick in your head, but featuring just enough synthesized, peppy upbeat trumpet to be deeply annoying. And it doesn't stop. Excellent music right there. Seminal. I want this played at my funeral. I'm gonna be forgotten very quickly, aren't I? This is also where you get to pick your car, but we don't have time for fancy stuff like stats, because all you can change is the colour of your car, and that's it. There's 6 whole colours though. You're spoiling us. Okay, so there are 4 different levels: Velocity Park, Jerome's Place, San Francisco, and Wild West, but the layout of the levels changes depending on what mode you choose. Let's go with this San Francisco level. Ah yes, the great parking lot of San Francisco, one of the great sights. Wow, this is an empty parking lot. Guess the parking charges in San Francisco are so big no one's using the parking garage anymore. Let's take a quick look at the map. This is going to be a theme here. You do get a map in the bottom dashboard, but 9 times out of 10 you can't see what the baubles is going on. The resolution is so bad, all you've got is this flickery dot to go from, and it does not help. Alright, let's try tag. Simple enough mode. You and your friend need to be the last to touch each other before the time runs out. Insert your own sexual assault joke here. There's so many high-profile sexual assault cases in the news right now, I couldn't just pick one. There's 2-player Collect too. Collect is a mode where you go around picking up these sparkling balls. You can choose the amount of balls you want to pick up in the options. Every time you pick up a ball, you get rewarded with this sound. Alright. Normal ball touching response. Or so I've heard. And that's all your modes. So let's play 1-player race mode in San Francisco. Oh brilliant, we actually get a track this time. What is that? Did that come out of a cat? This is the biggest level of the game, so this is going to show off all the joys of Club Drive. Oh wow, the Golden Gate Bridge in all its glory. Let's just have a quick look around, really take in the sights. Ooh. Ooh. Now the one thing that is different and interesting about this game is that it's got a rewind function. You get this by pressing Option, and yeah, it is useful if you find yourself accidentally bundling off the track because of the horrendous movement physics. It's also quite cute that you get to see a third-person perspective of your screw-up. I was gonna say that this is an impressive feature, but honestly this game has so little else going for it that I'd only be impressed if it actually did rewind right back to the beginning of time. Oh wow, it worked! That's pretty awesome.
You only get viewers because of your boobs.
Oh, what a surprise finding someone like you here. The rewind only helps half of the time, because like with what's happening here, it won't let me rewind far enough to the point before I went flinging off the side of this cliff. And all you can do then is restart the level, which by the way you have to go back to the title screen to do. Oh, he's coming. Oh, there he is. And race starts. Hang on a minute, didn't I choose race? Well, yeah, I did. Where's the other car? Welcome to Club Drive Racing, where when you play a one-player race, you're not really playing a one-player race at all. Because not even the AI wants to play with you. Loner. This boggles my mind on so many levels. There is no computer player in any of the one-player races, or in any of the other one-player modes actually. But I mean, in a race? Isn't the whole point of a race that you have someone else to race against? That's what makes it a race. The only time you'll see a second car in one-player mode is in the one-player collect mode for the San Francisco level. And I mean, what this lad is doing is anyone's guess. You alright there, buddy? Do you need a hand? What's going on? Is your sat-nav going a bit mad? This is weird. This yellow car will keep driving around doing a kind of lap, but not really. But the thing is, this is obviously a pre-drawn track for it, because it does the same awkward reverse for this corner every single time. Why would you code that on purpose? What is going on here? Please somebody tell me. Alright, let's try and keep it together long enough to get through this review, okay? For a change. This music is really pissing me off now with all these honking trumpets. As if the gameplay wasn't bad enough, you're trying to control your car to the sound of an obnoxious clown orchestra. Now, I've never been to San Francisco. Would love to go. At least, I thought I'd love to go, but according to Club Drive, it's a large area that's badly signposted, full of completely textureless buildings that don't even have windows. Is that some giant steps? And houses that don't appear until you get close enough to them. And when they do appear, they look so bad you wish that they hadn't. Also these trees. There's absolutely no people here at all, which is a pain because you cannot see where you are on this cat-sick map, and you could really do with asking someone for directions. Seriously, where the baubles am I supposed to be going? Oh, here we go. Look, finally. Now for a long, boring drive through some mountains that are pointier and with less texture than Madonna's boobs. If I can just get... Why is this so difficult to control? Oh. Yay, the beach! Finally. Well, this beach is underwhelming. I feel like I'm in Margate. Ow. Look at that ocean. So full of life. You can almost feel the sea breeze on your face. Finish the level by driving onto a pier. Sadly, you don't get to see yourself plunge into the sweet releasing embrace of the ocean though. In fact, I did try to end it all a couple of times, but every time you go near the water, the game automatically rewinds. Obviously ripples or even a splash sound effect were way out of budget. Honestly, that was the best level in Club Drive. It's the one that is the most functional and where you can kind of see what's going on. So let's have a look at the problems with this game. So I've already said that for the races, there's a lot of not knowing where the heck you're supposed to go. And yes, the maps you get are absolutely atrocious. And you don't need me to tell you how bad the graphics are. You can see how bad the graphics are. This is a 1994 game. There isn't much of an excuse for something to look this bad. For all its failings, the Jaguar could definitely do better than this. But the biggest problem with this game has to be the controls. These cars are so hard to drive. They bounce around at the slightest thing, gently tap the edge of a barrier, and your entire car just goes flinging across the road, doing 360-degree turns, rolling around like a Ford Fiesta having a seizure. When the hardest part of playing a game is actually controlling the main character, you know you're about to get a marred on. And I really did get a marred on playing this. I honestly had to put the controller down and go for a little walk to calm myself down. This friggin' game! Alright, let's have a quick look at Velocity Park. In the collect mode and the tag mode, you've got a sort of skate park half-pipe thing to drive around, which in this game just means lots of things for the camera to get stuck behind, and for your car to get flipped into the air by. Whee! You'd think that driving around a skate park in a car would actually be pretty fun. Club Drive makes sure you never have that thought again. But the real rubbishness starts in the race mode of this level. Okay, a simple track with nothing on it in the middle of nothing, with a something in the background. Oh no, okay, yeah, that's supposed to be a city. Okay. And again, I'm not racing against anyone, even though this is race mode, so I guess I'll just take my sweet time and take in the sights. No. No. Okay. No. My god, this is like driving in Stoke Newington. This level is so bad. I mean, seriously, you cannot control the car on this level. Just staying on the track is a challenge because for no reason and with no warning, the damn car will randomly flip over or just barrel roll off the track. Look at this massive overreaction to me going over a little bump in the road. This is like the driving version of Piers Morgan every time a fast food chain announces a vegan menu. Did they even test this level? Did Atari not look at this level and go, hey, guys, maybe we should invest in a little more time to iron out the bugs that make this literally unplayable? This level is a little different. It's set in someone's front room. Jerome's front room, in fact. Jerome's not here, but he's left the TV on. Think of the planet, mate. There we go. Oh god. Okay, who's going to tell the designers that a cat does not look like that? What is this? What is this cat doing? Just dragging its belly along the floor like it's got worms. Take the goddamn thing to the vet. What is wrong with you?
Hello, emergency services.
Hello, they put a damn cat loaf in a racing game.
Okay, Mum,
it's driving around like a Warburton's on wheels. A Hoovers without a handbrake. Put out an APB because we're slamming out the Sara Lee.
Where is the emergency?
It's a goddamn cat loaf.
Do you need an ambulance?
Do I sound like I need an ambulance? There's a bred cat. The instruction book blurb about this level says you can drive through the cat's legs. Well, I'm here to tell you, you frigging can't. This thing doesn't even have legs. It's just like a giant foot. It's like a slug. Cat slug. What, you've never woke up to cat slugs crawling up your garden door? Maybe it's just a north of England thing. By the way, look at the track map for the race version of this level. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm going either. Not even little cones marking the edge of the track or anything. Alright, this is all upsetting me too much. I'm just gonna drive right into the fire and end it all. Ooh! A secret area! Awesome! I mean, not that awesome, but you know what? The rest of this has been so bad that honestly, when I found this little secret, I was delighted. I mean, it really was like finding a Cheerio in a packet of grape nuts, until you realise that it was actually just a Cheerio-shaped grape nut. There's 3 secret areas in total, and I'm gonna ruin the secret for all of you by just showing you them so you don't have to play this game. First one you get in Jerome's place level by driving into a fireplace. Oh, look at that castle! That is some sweet graphics right there. Then on the Wild West level, there's 2 secret areas. You get to one by driving into a flashing wall and one with a sort of blue wall. Ooh, wow, we get to have a look at Atari's offices. Wow, I mean, that's pretty much what I was expecting. There's a bomb in the backyard too. Wow, what an appropriate image. As a metaphor, I mean. I'm not literally saying the offices should have been bombed, although the makers of Club Drive apparently are. Oh god, I'm stuck on the bomb. I'm stuck on the... Oh no, okay, here we go. Let's go to the second secret area on this level. Is this supposed to be some kind of statement? Did humans kill the dinosaurs with nuclear weapons? Why is the rocket frozen at the point of impact? Wait, the bomb at the Atari offices hadn't launched yet, so is this after it's been launched? By Atari? Club Drive, are you saying Atari killed the dinosaurs? That is a very serious allegation there. Let's ask Sam Trammell if he killed the dinosaurs. No comment. I hope you've noticed that even in these special areas we don't get blessed with decent camera angles or a car that doesn't bounce about at the slightest knock. Gotta love the lack of hitboxes on these objects too. I mean, what is going on here? Get the dinosaur in the leg, get it! I have no idea what's going on right now. No one knows what's going on, that's Club Drive, Club Drive. For some reason, there's a bomb on Club Drive, Club Drive. Oh, and by the way, there's a secret level you only get if you press 4 and 2 on the level select screen, and it's called Todd's World. Oh man, I don't know why they kept this one a secret. Look at how amazing this one is. I like how it doesn't show you the map before you start like on the other levels, but still shows you it anyway at the bottom of the screen, even though again, both of us playing have no idea where we're going. How are you supposed to see where the track is? In all of the racing tracks, you are not going to get any help from this game. You don't get any markers on the side of the road, you most certainly don't get a readable map. This game just chucks you in and then leaves you to it. You want to play Club Drive? This is Club Drive. So if you follow what looks like the track on this one, you end up at this big ramp, but it's impossible to get over it. We tried for like 15 minutes and I got so knocked that we looked at Nintendo Complete's 100% playthrough of this baubles to try and work out how to complete the level. Want to see how you do a full lap in Todd's World? Okay, look though. You drive through a wall, you drive through a frigging wall, out of nowhere you just bomb through a damn wall. On a scale of 1 to angry, I'm Atari fanboy trying to convince people in forums that the Jaguar was 64-bit angry. Absolutely livid. And here's another thing, look at this. Start the race, I go forward, and the other player goes backwards. We both get to the other checkered line on the other side of the track, and both of us get what counts as a lap. On all of the race levels, there's 2 checkered lines. They both act as checkpoints, and it doesn't matter which direction you hit them from. To try and wrap my head around this, I talked to my developer friend Quang, who is making Mau Mau Castle at the moment, because he has worked developing racing games before for the Game Boy. He explained that he would use invisible waypoints, or track marks, coded into the course so the game could see where the player is on the track and calculate who's in first place. It needs multiple track marks for this to work, so the program can tell if you're going in the right direction. These invisible track marks also work as markers for the computer cars to drive towards, but obviously in Club Drive no one cares about that because there's no computer cars. So in Club Drive, those track marks Quang talked about are just 2, and they aren't invisible. And because there's only 2, you can pretty much go whatever direction you feel like and screw everyone else. Bit like taxi drivers in London. For it to actually work as a looping track, you'd need at least 3 markers so you can code them to be hit in order. Well, Quang told me that by only having 2 waypoints, it's massively slashed the development time needed for Club Drive. And here's betting that Atari were telling the team, you need to have this thing out by Christmas. So let's just slash all the things that make it an actual working game, lads! Come on! Slashy slashy! Every time you finish a level, you get this screen. And then it's back to the title screen for, here he is. Game over? No congratulations or well done? You wanted a nice reward for dragging yourself through this pile of crap level? Well, f*** you don't get one. Desk. So I read the instruction book and it turns out there is kind of a plot to this game.
Oh, good, because I really need to know why there's a friggin' loaf cat knocking about in this racing game.
Basically, it's the year 2098 and there's a theme park called Club Drive. Driving was illegal for 50 years because it was deemed too unsafe, and some lad called Dr. Lawrence Phosphorus did a distributive processing study involving safety and smart materials and developed algorithms that could be mathematically proven to be safe. And the driving ban was lifted because this guy made some indestructible vehicles. So now there's this theme park where you can come along and just go mental in a car. Even though, you know, you're the only customer.
Wow, that is the saddest excuse for a plot I've ever seen. And I've seen Prometheus. Is no one going to chuck anything at me for that? No? Okay.
So the reason you're able to drive around a house as a tiny small car is that this is what the instructions called Ho-scale lane. That's not some kind of crusty avenue for basic bitches. Ho-scale or H0 scale is an actual rail transport modelling scale. Although I think if it was actually true to scale, the car would be much smaller. Maybe some rail model experts can tell me in the comments. Give me just another reason to rage about this game. It's a chance to do stuff with your car you've never dreamed of.
Stuff I've never dreamed of.
Screw you all!
Well, that's not right. I dream of that every night.
So yes, this island is some kind of resort, which is why when you press pause, there's randomly some bloke in a hammock. Oh, and that isn't San Francisco, it's a recreation of 2010's San Francisco. Ugh, this music! I know I keep going on about it, but it's like the soundtrack version of James Corden. My viewers in America find him annoying too, right? It's not just us British people. Well, this game didn't do too well when it hit the shelves, for all the reasons I just said. Reviews at the time said it was repetitive and looked awful. According to the father of Digitizer, Mr. Biffo, who was there at the press event when the game was first showed off, footage was met with laughs from the audience. Clearly they didn't realise it was finished. Biffo states in his article mentioning it, linked in the description, that the marketing manager Daryl Still was absolutely enraged with the audience response. What was he expecting in response to this? Everyone to start getting spontaneously aroused? Peter Molyneux to start dry humping the projector? Sam Trammell to start throwing tenors around in celebration? Miyamoto to pull down his shirt, brandish his nipples and shout, "Come drink from me, for the future is only golden, and my milk is the body of gaming. Sup merrily, my children."
Oh no, that was a dream that I had.
What's a bit weird is the producer of Club Drive, James Hampton, artist Jeffrey Gattrell, and composers James Grunk and Michael Stevens had all worked on the frankly more than decent JAG game Alien vs Predator, released just a month before. I know that one divides people, but Alien vs Predator is a solid game and it is fun even today. I guess they must have been working on the two games at the same time. Maybe Atari were pushing for this game to be released in time for Christmas and it got rushed. No one in their right mind would willingly want their name next to a game released in this state.
Club Drive is hands down the worst racing game I've ever played. So at least it has that dubious honour. Right, I need to go to Tesco and do my big shop.